Jordan, you want to give a little bit of history as to kind of how this came to be, why we're doing this in the first place?
Well, I originally came up with the idea 2 years ago, but I never really got around to actually doing it. But now it's a different story. I'm like, all right, we're gonna get this thing going, and we're gonna do it right. And so initially it came to my head while I was sitting on the toilet at home. Because I was thinking about this, I was like, I don't want it to be called, this and that, whatever. And, basically I don't want it to be just your ordinary, blah, blah, blah podcast. I really wanted it to mean something. And I came up with the name New Vision because I want people to have a new vision. See what I did there? That was lame. Anyways, I just wanted to make up something different because I want people to have a new vision of the world around them and what they believe, and basically to encourage other people's opinions, beliefs. Literally say what you want to say.
Yeah, definitely.
And basically, just straight up listen and accept, what other people think. Because that's what makes the USA fantastic, is you have all these people with literally different, beliefs, values, basically you have all these different opinions and all this kind of stuff.
We're a melting pot.
Exactly. And
yeah,
so that's where it originated, on a freaking toilet. So, ladies and gentlemen, great things can come to you when you're sitting on the toilet.
That's great to know, because of course that's what that's the record label I put my album under too, is New Vision Records. So that's great to know that it fucking came from under a toilet. Whatever.
Hey man, all great things start somewhere.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very humble beginnings. That's just it. And we do have pretty humble beginnings with all this. We don't come from anything super fancy. We're just two guys that decided, we're friends. It's funny, for me, this kind of came about where I literally told him, hey, I released this record, and we were out with some friends, and Jordan here was just like, hey, you know what? I want to do a podcast. Okay, cool. All right, whatever. Let's do it. Actually, no, I didn't release it at the time. We were talking about it. It didn't actually get released at that time, because that's where the idea of New Vision came from. So anyway, but now of course a lot of this came about as well because with COVID and everything going on, right?
Gosh,
Isn't that?
Yeah.
It's 2020 has just been such a crazy year. Quite honestly, pretty much everything that could go wrong has gone wrong.
Yep.
And I wonder also if a lot of kind of unrest that we're seeing with people is due to the fact that people are kind of pent up with not much else to do.
Oh yeah.
So we're easily finding, we're kind of finding problems with different just different areas in the world that have been there the whole time.
Yeah.
But we didn't really focus on them because we didn't really get the chance to. I know for me it's ironic because this has been a crazy mess, and some people have unfortunately even lost their jobs and different things over this. But for me, this has actually been a pretty positive experience because I've done a lot of introspective work, a lot of kind of working to understand myself. I finally did release my first record. We're doing this together. There is kind of, a lot of things this kind of pushed me to where I was on the fence about doing, and then that was, I guess, a little push that I needed. Mm-hmm. And I thank you for bringing me on for this.
Yeah, man.
It's dope. I like it. I like it a lot.